Hi, it's time for good energy, and I'm Dr. Julie, and today is Bodyful Day 83, Breath Day 6, and keeping your breath moving in your pelvis. All right, so we have some props today. You might remember my trusty foam roller. I have a number of different balls, very squishy but knobbly, squishy, soft foam ball, more of a hacky sack, a little bit more solid, and then a very solid rubber ball. So, various different levels of squish in the ball region, and the foam roller. So, let's get started. Woo! Okay. Take a deep breath in and release. Today, instead of breathing into those lungs, let's breathe into our sinuses. Deep breath in and release. And today, because we're working on our pelvis, breathe into your belly and into your midriff so that you can feel your sacrum counter-nutate, or nutate and counter-nutate. So go down and then come back up. Breath in and back out. All right. So today is a very interesting day because we have worked on breathing, holding along our rib cage in day 4, breath day 4. We worked on trying to get your cranial bones to move. And today we're going to work on sacrum motion. And so we know the sacrum needs to tilt under and then come back up, tilt under and come back up. But sometimes if we have hip pain, if we have pain right on those SI joints, right back on those bony bits back here, that is because the sacrum isn't moving the way it's supposed to. And that can be noticeable just from working on your breath. So how do we work on it? Well, there are a couple of ways to do it. One of my favorites is the foam roller. So, foam roller, and you can first use just your fingers and go poke around there. So I'm going to show you how I do that. If I've got sacrum pain when I'm breathing, let's see if you stay there. And I just lost a ball. I am going to just poke down around here, around where my sacrum's at, and see if I can feel any pain. Now, today I've been out in the garden, and so I can feel some pain, maybe not right next to my sacrum, but near it. And so if you find pain down there, what you can do is you can first, I gotta figure out where my rubber ball went. It vanished. Oh, it bounced all the way out over there. All right, you can just start with a simple foam rolling. And so to do that, you literally just sit on your foam roller, but you sit on the edge of your sacrum. So you kind of sit at an angle, because the sacrum is a triangle, kind of sits, this is your hip bone, and that's your butt bone. Your sacrum sits here, and it's kind of at an angle, so you can literally on your foam roller, if you're at an angle, down, ouch, and back up. And if you find the right spot, just like when we were working on the cranials, you can lean into a really juicy spot and take a deep breath in and release. And you can feel your sacrum just kind of tuck under a little bit more if you're over one of those hot spots where the sacrum just isn't moving. So there's another one for me. But I can really feel, and this takes practice, but I can really feel the motion if I'm hitting a pain point or a stuck point in my sacrum with the foam roller. Now, if you don't have a foam roller, then you can also use any number of balls. There's a little kid's spiky ball. You throw it and it's supposed to light up. But again, you can do the same thing. You can just roll on it. This smush is a little too much. Oh, there went the flashes. You can squish on it and it rolls in that area. I might recommend something more like the hacky sack or like my rubber ball, which is now yards from me. If you are lying down on a bed or on the floor, I might recommend the foam ball. Again, just lie down and we'll see if the cord will go this far. Just lie down and you can put the foam ball again underneath those spots and take your breath in and out. And notice that you may not feel a change in your sacrum, but what you should notice is that when you are on a spot that you are not able to breathe into, that your breath gets bigger because you are putting pressure on it. You're telling the body, if I release you, so let's imagine you have a tight spot, if I release you by putting pressure on you, will you feel better? And if you're able to take a bigger breath, then that's the body telling you, yep, if you do that, you take away a lot of my stress. And so you can do that along either side of your sacrum. You can do that along the piriformis muscles, which wrap from your sacrum around to the front of your hips. So if you get a lot of hip joint pain, you can use the foam roller there, even though that isn't necessarily tied to, it's not tied to breathing as strongly as the sacrum and just general hip pain. If you have tight hips on the sides, if your sacrum doesn't move and your piriformis attaches to your sacrum, then working on that attachment will actually make it much easier for you to move, easier for you to breathe, and hopefully reduce your pain. So, as I said, this one not so good. But something a little more like a hacky sack or a firm rubber ball or a foam ball when you're lying down, you can use to target that pain just like you use to target the pain up here on your sternum, just like you use, and I didn't tell you that it could be targeted for pain. Maybe I did. But you can target pain up on here, on the sides of your eyes, inner eyes, sides of your eyes, the sides of your head, and the back of your head. You can use those hold points and breath points while you're just targeting pain. So today, because I spent a lot of time in the garden preparing beds, I know I'm a little late. It's June 7th. Come on. But I'm still going to plant. Because I've been doing a lot of that, I will need to release my hips, and I will also need to release my low back. So I will use a combination of these, my foam roller, my sew tie, because of course I'm going to stretch into the easiness, and I am going to use my little resistance on the opposite side, neural reset technique stuff, because all three of those will make sure that I am less tight, tender, and sore tomorrow in the low back when I wake up. All right. I hope you're having a great Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow where we'll jump into a new topic, and I haven't quite figured out what it is yet, but we'll have something. All right. Deep breath in and release. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.